everyone, we're going to do something a little different. I went with Solomon. We went to the Dollar General. We went to Tractor Supply. We went through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. We went through and got cheeseburgers for all the dogs. We went to the church and we ran. And then we came back here and I took a couple bites of my hamburger and gave it to the dogs. I was like, that is not what I want. And I'm going to tell you something. When I changed my metabolism, I've changed just everything, really. I just don't have a taste for that anymore. And you know what sounded good? Tuna casserole. But you know what's going to be better? A tuna pocket with a croissant dough. So I'm going to use 4 cans of the tuna that we got discounted. The fancy tuna that I tasted that was so good. I am going to mix it. I'm going to mix the yellowfin and then the other wild tuna. Okay, so I've got onion. I've got some mixed vegetables. These were frozen. I thawed them out and rehydrated them a little bit. I've got my cream cheese. I have onion. I have fresh lemon. I'm going to use some Zesty Blend seasonings. I'm going to use my Old Bay seasoning that I got cheap. I'm going to use a little bit of the Old Bay hot sauce that I got discounted. I'm going to use some mayonnaise. I have some cheddar cheese. I'm going to mix all of this together, and I'm going to take one of these croissant doughs. I'm going to split it in half and put each half in here, stretch it out, and see if I can make something good. Something I don't have here is an egg, and I haven't decided yet. Once I make my mixture, I'm going to see what that needs. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I want to show you this part, and then I'm going to start getting everything else done. I went ahead and chopped half that onion up, and I put it in with my vegetables just to keep it in one space, and I didn't have to have another container. So what I did was I put my cream cheese in the bowl, half of what I had. I have a lemon that I've already cut and taken the seeds out of. So what I'm going to do is I'm seasoning the cream cheese is what I'm doing. I'm also going to help it break down by sticking it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, just enough to get a good creaming out of it. And then we'll use this to build our base with our mayonnaise and hot sauce, spices and vegetables. And then last, we will add our tuna. So here we go. I'm just going to squirt one of these in there, just one. Well, it really didn't give me much, did it? Okay, so let's just do 2 of them then. See, cooking is all about, because we will add more of the lemon. Uh-oh, did I have another seed? I sure did. Boy, I didn't de-seed them very well, apparently. Okay, don't eat my cooking, or you're going to get a seed. Oh my goodness. How did I miss that? Okay, so then I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, let's make our sauce. Now look, our cream cheese is very, very mushy. That's what we want. We want it to be really, really mushy, and mix it in with that lemon juice very, very well. Because if we do this, then we don't need as much of the mayonnaise. I'm doing 1 heaping tablespoon of mayonnaise. Now let's stir that together. Okay. Now we're going to do our hot sauce, just a little bit. Now that is all of our moist ingredients. And I think that's plenty of mayonnaise, but I am going to set it over to the side for now. And we're going to do a little bit of the zesty, and then we're going to do a little bit of our Old Bay. Just saying. It makes that tuna just pop. Now, I've never used fancy tuna in anything before, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and put our vegetables and onion in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar cheese, like that much. I do not measure when I cook. I don't. It's something I do not do. Hold one moment. Okay, so I've got my tuna open and I've got it drained, and we're just going to dump them down in there. There's a little bit of juice left. It's not that big of a deal, but you don't want a whole lot of it. Let's go ahead and bust these two down. Look at that. That is the most amazing tuna I've ever played with. I swear. I'm so used to the water-soaked filaments, even though they have great flavor. This is just a wonderful thing. Okay. We'll do 2 more cans. I might have made too much of a filling. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful tuna. And this is where you can also decide if you want to do your egg, if you want to make it more of a kind of souffle kind of inside, if you want to keep it traditional. You could even make it into crab cakes at this point with some breadcrumbs or cracker crumbs and make a really good tuna cake, which if I think that I'm running, well, I've got vegetables in it, so I really don't want to do that. I don't know. Let's put just a little bit more mayonnaise in it just for a little bit more creamy. And that was probably just another teaspoon, so let's do another little jagger. Okay. I'm going to say that's enough. Okay, let's get that down in there. All right. Cider is just giving it hell in there. I turned off the light on accident in the bathroom, so that's probably why he's freaking out. And I have decided it's a boy because he just has too many vocal ranges. When he goes in and starts to feed, he makes those little cooing noises. Now, this could probably use some more cheese in it, but I'm not going to push my luck on making the filling even bigger. So I'll just put cheese on it once I fill. So we've got our filling done. Now it's time to see if we can bake this stuff. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I've never been a real fan of canned biscuits or croissants. I mean, I love them, but I've never been a big fan of them when I can get, you know, like the real stuff, because I can taste the preservatives, and I don't know. I just have a really, really hard time with canned biscuits, even though I eat them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to roll it out. I did not add anything to my parchment paper, so it probably will stick. I'm going to try to stretch it out as big as I can and see which side. See, that's the bigger side. This is the smaller side, so I'm just going to cut it in half. And I am cutting into this because this has more left to be pulled. So I'm just cutting it right here. Pull it off. Okay. Oh, I forgot to spray my pen. Probably don't need to. I just got these on discount. I don't know if I showed them in a haul or not, but it was like, oh, I think it was Big Lots. I did a clearance haul there, and yeah, I love these little pans. Okay, so like I said, I'm not real good with this kind of dough, but let's get it down in there. We want to make sure there's no holes. We want to make sure that everything comes up the side. We're not too worried about how pretty it is, because what's in it is going to be what's important, right? Okay. Okay. Doing it. I have never done this before, so I don't even know if this is going to work. It might be the most horrible thing I've ever had in my entire life. But you can't go wrong with fancy tuna, right? Okay, that's about, let's see here. This is like tuna cake encased in a wonderful crust. Okay, so I think we can put just a little bit more. I'll show you what I do next. because I've been looking at this, thinking, how can I make this good? So let's go ahead and put some cheese in there. Let's not get stingy. Now, let's try to fold this up the best we can. I'm going to pull it and close it up if we can. I mean, it's no big deal if it doesn't work. The textures will be right. Okay, now we probably should put some holes. Just some little vent holes. I'll do one there. I don't even know if that went through or not. Probably not. Let's just open that little hole up then and just make a little hole right there on the top for it to vent. Okay, we'll just leave the we'll just let it vent right there at the top. What do you think? Okay. Okay, so we have both of them done. Let's kind of close that little center up on this one. We're going to take a little of the Old Bay seasoning, if I can open it, with one hand. And we're just going to put that on top as if it were paprika, but you know what? It's not. So there you go. Now it's time to bake. This is a check at about 15 minutes, and it's still real doughy underneath. It's starting to crisp up really nicely. So I'm going to say probably another 10, 15 minutes tops. I can't wait to cut into this, you guys. Okay, you guys, I just pulled them out of the oven, so they're very, very hot. I'm going to let them rest for just a little bit, and then we're going to dive into one of them. I'm so excited. Okay, y'all, it came out. It looks good. One thing I would say is that I'd probably put less moisture in the inside. Just the way it came out and seemed a little, I don't know. Let's just cut it open. Look at that. Look at that. Let's just try a little bit of the filling. So good. So good. Let's put just a little lemon on there. Let's put a little lemon all over it. Guys, I don't know what to call it. I really don't. But I'm going to tell you something. That is absolutely fantastic. If you're in the mood for anything tuna, but you want something warm, hot, and in dough, and you have a crescent dough, perfect. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Hugs from a distance.